Chapter 13 Hormones, Video Part 1. In this chapter, they are divided into 3 videos. Videos 1 on what hormones are and the endocrine glands. Video 2 on the effects of the insulin and glucagons on the blood glucose concentrations. And video 3 to compare the endocrine and the nervous system. We will look into the first part and the second part in this video 1. What are hormones and the endocrine glands and their hormonal secretions. After this session, you should be able to describe the roles of the hormones and explain how it is carried by the blood to the target organs, and to state what is meant by an endocrine gland. First of all, what are hormones? Hormones are the chemical substances produced in minute quantities by the endocrine glands. Minutes means small amount, and they are transported by the blood to the target organs. They influence the growth, development, and activity of an organism. After performing their functions, they are destroyed in the liver and excreted by the kidneys. To summarize, hormone is a chemical substances produced by a gland transported by the blood, which alters one or more of the specific target organs, which eventually destroyed by the liver. If you are asked to give the definitions of hormones, here are some few key words that you need to have. It's a chemical substance produced by a gland, transported by blood, and its functions is to alter one or more specific target organs. How do hormones actually affect the body? For example, there are many types of hormones. Oxytocin help in the delivery of the baby out of the mother womb during the childbirth. Growth hormones result in an increase in the height of a child. Adrenaline help to prepare the body for the fight or flight during the dangerous encounters. Some of the hormones are also responsible for our physical and emotional changes during puberty. As what we know in female, they are estrogen and the progesterone. In the males, they are testosterone. How do the hormones affect the body? It also must be carefully controlled. When there are too much or too little hormones, the organism will be adversely affected. For example, too little of the tyrosine in the tadpole will inhibit its growth into a frog, as shown in the picture at the left. Too much of the tyrosine in this case turns the tadpole into the adult form too quickly, resulting in a tiny frog. As we mentioned, where are hormones produced? They are usually produced in the endocrine glands. These hormones are released directly into the blood without the use of the duct. Example shown here, the endocrine glands, and the hormone travel in the blood to reach the specific target organs. Some of the examples of the endocrine glands in our body, for example, the pituitary glands, thyroid glands, adrenal glands, pancreas, ovary, testes. We mentioned a lot about the endocrine system. So what is the difference between the endocrine glands compared to the one with ducts? When we mention about the types of glands, there are 2 types. First, we can divide into the endocrine glands. Secondly is the exocrine glands. Endocrine glands is the one without duct that transport their secretions directly through the bloodstreams. Example like the adrenal glands, pituitary glands, and the pancreas. For the exocrine glands, they require a duct to transport the secretion to the target organs. For example, sweat glands, salivary glands, and pancreas. Mentioning about pancreas, you can see that it belongs both to the endocrine and the exocrine glands. Why is it so? It's a special glands that produce both the hormones and the enzymes. Example, in this case, insulin and glucagon are both secreted directly into the bloodstream by a special group of the cells found in the pancreas called the islet of Langerhans, while the pancreatic juice is transported via the pancreatic duct into the duodenum. This pancreatic juice is required for the digestive system. How is the production of the hormones controlled? It usually is under both the nervous and the hormonal control. Both the nervous and the hormone system work together to coordinate and control the secretions of the hormones in our body. For example, the production of the hormone in the adrenal glands is also controlled by the nervous system. And the production of the hormone in the thyroid glands is controlled by the hormones from other endocrine glands, example like the pituitary glands. 13.2 Endocrine glands and their hormonal secretion. In this session, you will be able to learn and state the locations and functions of the different endocrine glands. For example, the pituitary glands, thyroid glands, adrenal glands, pancreas, and the gonads. Endocrine glands in the body mainly divided into a few. Let's look at what we call the master glands. The master glands is also called the pituitary glands because it helps to control the functions of several other endocrine glands. It secretes many of the hormones, example like the thyroid stimulating hormones. The hypothalamus helps to regulate the secretions of some pituitary hormones. Adrenal glands, as shown below, situate on top of each of the kidney. When stimulated by the nervous system, the hormone adrenaline is released. Adrenaline will cause an increase of the heartbeat and also a rise in the blood pressure. We mentioned about this pancreas before. It has both the endocrine and the exocrine functions. Exocrine glands, for example, is the pancreatic juice secreted via the pancreatic duct. The endocrine functions, example like the islet of Langerhans, help to secrete the insulin and the glucagon to control the blood glucose level. A summary on the different endocrine glands in the body. The main one, the pituitary glands, secrete the hormones and also control other endocrine glands. Hypothalamus regulates the secretions of some of these pituitary hormones. Adrenal glands secretes the adrenaline. Pancreas used to secrete the insulin and glucagon. Ovaries for the estrogen and the progesterone that we have seen in the reproduction in human. And testes to secrete the testosterone. We will end the video part 1. In part 2, you will look into what are some of the effects of the hormones. In this case, we are looking into the effect of insulin and glucagons on the blood glucose concentration. Thank you.